I'm Brianna with the Rosevine Cottage Girls, and today we're making banana bread. Come on! Now, when you have bananas that are starting to go a little ripe, don't throw them away. Banana bread is perfect. Mash them straight into banana bread, or you can mash all your bananas and package them to whatever you need. And I think this is 2 1/3 cups, but I could be wrong. And then freeze them, and then you have a pack whenever you need it, which is what I've done. First, you take your flour, and this is 2 cups. 2 cups? 2 cups. And you add your salt and your baking soda. And I add a little bit of ginger. I add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. Ginger is a natural preservative, so it keeps away that day-old staleness. Give that a quick whisk, because if you bake, you know nothing's worse than getting a mouthful of baking soda. Quick toss. Now, unlock it. 1 stick of butter, so 1/2 cup of butter. Softened, very softened, room temperature, but not liquid. This is one of the recipes where you can't microwave it or melt it, and to get it quickly it has to be room temperature. And then add 3/4 cup of sugar, not 1 cup if you like sweet, 1/2 cup. And give that a mix. Now mix until it gets light and fluffy, and scrape down your edges if you need to. Get off, get off, get off. Alrighty, as light and fluffy as we can get it. Next we add our bananas, and this is exactly 2 1/3 cup of bananas. Pre-measured and very ripe. Now we mix that in with the butter and sugar. And while that is continuing to mix in, we crack our eggs. I like to crack them on the table. It's so much easier. It even cracked cleanly. I'll be back. While the butter and eggs and sugar is mixing, we crack our eggs. I like to do it into a small container. That way, if something's wrong with the egg, it's not already mixed in. Or if I get a shell, I don't have to dig into the batter to find it. It's very simple. More. And we just add that to the butter mixture, banana mixture, and let that get all mixed in. Ideally, you would have a paddle attachment. I cannot find mine, so we are using a whisk. If you do not have an electric mixer, you can totally do this by hand. I'm just choosing to use mine. Now we add our dry, and I'm lifting this. You don't have to, but I'm lifting it so I don't get flour everywhere. Probably still will. There we go. And then we mix that in on slow. And be sure to wipe down your edges to get all the flour off and incorporate. Now this is a lumpy batter, so do not overmix. Now we do our walnuts. If you have a nut allergy, you can skip this step, and we encourage you to do so. Anaphylactic shock in the hospital is not fun. Also, you also need a knife, which I don't have, so I will go get one. And we will put this recipe below with all the instructions and ingredients, so you do not have to memorize it. Or you can. Okay, now you need 2/3 cup of nuts of your choice. Okay, now we add them to our mix. And just loosely mix. That's good. Move this out of the way. Yeah. Now it's time to put into your bread pan. I like to grease it using a mixture of lard and flour. You can use butter and flour. You can use regular oil. You can use the spray thingies. But just a little on this, and then just rub it around. You don't want great piles of it. You just want it to be greased enough. Especially in the corners. Do your corners. There we go. Good enough. Now, we pour into our pan. And you can scrape the edges of your bowl with whatever this is called. I guess it's a pan scraper. I don't know if it has a technical name. But love these. Make my world so much easier. There we go. And then I always have enough for a loaf and then a couple mini loaves or muffins afterwards, which is fun. It's baking, you know. You have to test to make sure it's good enough to sell or other people to eat. Your quality control, or quantity control. Alright, there we go. If you have a little extra nuts, you can just sprinkle them on top as a little garnish. Alright, it is out of the oven and it looks and smells delicious. It'll stay fresh for about a week optimistically. I'm not exactly sure. It never lasts long enough to test that theory. It's great warm with butter or cream cheese. Check the description for links and the recipe. Now,